Hi guys, Mookduke here.
I've received a lot of requests to make another video, so today I'm going to run you through what I consider to be 5 best fun but useful builds for beginners and how to create them. The next video will cover some more fun meme builds to really tilt everyone you're playing with, but for this one, we'll play it straight. Also, a quick thank you to my first 100 subs, I really appreciate it. If you want to see more content from me, please remember to like and subscribe and leave a comment suggesting what you'd like to see in the future. As some of you have asked me, before we get into the builds, here is a quick explanation of how the armour system works. When you create a new mercenary, you'll be met with this screen, and have 48 points to spend, souping them up however you like. All weapons, perks and armour cost different amounts of these points, and cosmetics cost nothing. There are 3 different types of armour: light, medium and heavy. 4 types if you count wearing nothing at all. These types of armour are equipped to the head, chest and legs of your merc respectively. It's quite simple the way it works. The heavier the armour, the more protection it will provide to whichever part of the body you are applying it to. However, as protection level increases, so does the point cost for each item, meaning you have less to spend on weapons and perks, and you'll also incur a slight penalty to speed. Anything that isn't head, torso or legs is purely cosmetic, so feel free to go as crazy as you want. As weapons cause different amounts of damage to each type of armour, most armour provides specific damage reduction rather than complete protection. For example, a greatsword will do around 80 damage to a player's head if they're using light armour, but drops by almost half if they're wearing heavy, whereas something like the warhammer will stay pretty much consistent no matter what type they wear. You can find out more about weapon damage amounts and comparisons on mordstats.com, as with the armour update the devs have made it inconvenient to find the stats in game. Since starting the game, you may have heard people say things like 333 or 321. This is referring to the armour in their build from head to leg, 1 being light armour, 2 medium and 3 heavy. For the purpose of this video, I will do the same when showing you the builds. Also, remember, most of Mordhau is just preference and you can enjoy the game however you want. This is just my opinion, and honestly, defaults are pretty damn good. With that being said, let's get into the builds. Spearo. Coming in at number 5, we have Spearo, a 2-2-0 build rocking 3 short spears with the Mule, Scavenger, Acrobat and Fury perk. Now, admittedly, this isn't one of the greatest builds at all, but this is one of the first mercs I ever created and was so fun it kept me playing the game. It's real easy, you pretty much just keep stabbing or morph into stabs to catch a lot of people out, and when that doesn't work out anymore, just press R to throw them right into their face. You can even fake out a swing and make them parry when you do this. The Mule and Scavenger perks then allow you to pick up not only the spear you threw, but their weapon too, should you need it. Okay, maybe it's not that good. Moving on. Number 4, Huntsman V2. Now, I know there's a lot of hate around archery in this game, but I love projectiles and you'll find out more about my throw builds in the next video. But as you are a beginner and you're going to end up playing range regardless, instead of playing the default, make a new longbow class with the same armour of 0-1-0, but instead of the cleaver and bandage, take warhammer and throwing knives for higher damage when close up. And instead of cat and supplied, take huntsman and mule. This will allow you to still one-shot archers while also letting you have another slot to pick up any drop weapons on the field if you'd rather slice than bang. Number 3, the support. Okay, I'm really not helping myself by outing my love for modified defaults, but if you die a lot and hate the long-winded trek back to the fray, this one's for you. Modified version of Engineer with 2-2-1 armour, carrying a toolbox, heavy hand axe and either the supplied perk or a Pavis shield to stop those pesky archers shooting you in the back. This class will allow you to help your team by placing spawn banners in big team battles, which help you rack up passive points to even become the noble without doing anything, while also dealing decent combo damage with the hand axe. If you manage to survive long enough, you can resupply to place down a ballista and go mad shooting everyone until everyone gets pissed off and targets you. Pro tip, the heavy hand axe can be used as a hammer, so when you place something, press R to flip it around and smack what you're building to finish it quicker. Also press R to cycle through the build options with the toolbox. Number 2, the Grad Knight. Aptly named after the knights found on Grad, this is a 3-3-3 build featuring the Messer, a Cleaver and the Bloodlust perk. Doing roughly the same amount of damage as the Greatsword with faster combo and wind up, this is a great damage class to slice and morph your way through enemies while regenning health as you do. This build can be played either two-handed or one-handed by pressing R to switch modes, and if you find a shield on the floor, then you can keep it going for much longer.
Where did everybody go?
Look down during the overheads and people won't know what hit them. If you were wondering what the cleaver's for, it's for throwing. ABT. Always be throwing. Number 1. The Slicing Raider. The number 1 slot goes to a version of the default Raider minus the javelins, unfortunately. This build uses a 2-3-2 setup with just a War Axe, Bloodlust, Second Wind and Fury perk. Although, thinking about it now, you could just swap out the Second Wind for an extra 6 points to play around with, as this build is designed to be a quick killer, either 2 or 1 shot. For big team battles, I'd recommend using this version, and for brawl modes, I'd recommend swapping out these perks for Scavenger and Supplied, and putting the Javs back in the mix. This build is played best by pretty much just keep swinging until everyone around you is gone. The perks will allow you to keep regaining stamina and health, and you should be able to go for a long time while also being well protected for at least 1 to 3 hits depending where and what weapon. You want to get in and out fast, dealing heavy damage and trying not to stack up on top of your team, or you might do a lot of team damage. Anyway guys, that's it for my build list today. If you like this video, again please like and subscribe, and tune in next time for my favourite builds to troll with. Take care and keep mooking them dukes.